God, I'm muted again. No, I'm not. Amazing. That would have been way more awkward if I was muted. Welcome in, squad. Hope you're doing well. Gotta lower the fan up in here because otherwise it's gonna be loud as fuck. Welcome in to Promise Month day number 28. 2 more days to go before Promise Month is done, where we've streamed every day for about 34 days because I did take like 2-3 days off. So we've been having a good time here. Let me go ahead and say hello to the early chatters before I tell you exactly what's going down here today. Pambella, welcome in. Lime Diggity Dog, hope you're doing well. Repeat respawning. I've been loving these daily streams. I'm gonna high-key be devastated when Promise Month is over. It's gonna be a very, very, very big difference for both of us. For y'all who have been tuning in every week, and for me who's been here every week with the streams as well. Canada Biscuits, welcome in. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Pooya, name neighbor, 1 letter off. Hello, welcome in. First time chatter and follower. Hello. Proud Sam, welcome in. Angela, hope you're doing well. Meh in the building. We got Rob with 2 B's. Hello. I want to go ahead and put you all over here on this left side of my screen. I feel like that's a little more natural to my eyes than this. So. All right, Angela Marvel, hello, welcome in. Tall Skinny Ben, we got the keys to unlock Big Brother. We'll see about that. Random Jess, hello. Steph in the building. We got Melissa. We got Terra Teeth. Hello. Jay, welcome in. Tomster, Rob with 2 B's. Everyone should be proud of me. I got sent in my foster kid out of my apartment before my apartment inspection today and passed with flying colors. They had no idea how more than 1 cat at all. Amazing, Jay. How'd you manage that? I just got home from work and now my dog is mad at me because I stopped throwing the ball just long enough to open my laptop to open the stream. Well, yes, make sure you now overcorrect that and send more, give more game time to the old dog here, please. Corey, welcome in. Preston, hope you're doing well. Samantha, what up? Ryder, welcome in. Oh, Mrs. Windover Thunder, guys, appreciate that. Hi, do you know if there's going to be any news AF on RHAP? Kathy? I think 2 of the 3 hosts of News AF are busy. So I'm going to say no, but also I don't know. Not my area of expertise, the scheduling on News AF. Might be a bit of a blind spot to me. Bailey with the first time chat. Welcome in. Up you don't want Bailey. What up? Riri89. Hello. Welcome in. John Heddles. What up? Hello. Welcome. I woke up at 6 a.m. and put their stuff in my car. And then it was, especially when I took the keys to Petco to shop for Toy Streets. Then we got to Starbucks. They inspected without you there. Gotcha. The heat coming in Minnesota. Pooya, be ready. I am. Look at me in a hoodie. I'm ready for all the heat. Give me the heat. Give me the heat. I'm ready. I am wearing shorts though, so it offsets. It's fine. Is today the last Promise stream? We got 2 more. We got Vaudeville tomorrow, which I cannot believe that went all the way to the end of the schedule. And then we've got Chat Diss Track to end things on Thursday. Love Island has been absolutely giving. I have not watched all of last night's episode yet. I'm halfway through. My kids are still in hoodies in Texas. Susie, your kids understand where I'm coming from. It's comfy. I like this. I can't help it, you know? You'll be sweating. I mean, not yet. So far, so good. Here. All right. So chat. We have Big Brother stuff to talk about. Nothing beats a good hoodie. Exactly, Ryder. We got Big Brother stuff to talk about here. Second half of last night's Love Island was Woo Boy. Here's how I know, Magic Gamer, that something's up over on Love Island, because I watched about the first half of the episode and it was meh, right? It was meh to me. But all I've seen is like, oh my God, last night's episode was nuts. And I'm like, okay, what did I miss? Apparently the good stuff. So Bailey says, my boyfriend who hates reality TV is obsessed with Love Island with me now. Honestly, isn't that one of the best victories you can get, Bailey? When you recruit somebody who's just not into this world at all, especially when it's your significant other, you're like, damn, now what else can I get you to watch now, you know? I remember when my best friend came over one day and like, we used to be like, this is back in university. We would, you know, do a little session of, you know, smoke the devil's lettuce, chillax a little bit, and then play some NBA 2K. That's kind of how we spent our time. But when people come over, sometimes you're doing other shit before you start hanging out. So my buddy came over. I was watching Survivor at the time. It was Survivor Cagayan, I think. I don't remember which season it was. And he was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, oh, it's Survivor. He's like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah. And then he sat down. He smoked some. I had already smoked some, so we're chilling. And, like, it got quiet. And he's just watching, asking questions. Next thing you know, dude's binging a lot of seasons with me. I still remember his reaction to we're watching Samoa. And his reaction to Russell Hans being like, this guy can say shit like this? I was like, well, this was a little bit ago. But, yeah, man, this guy fucking said this shit. So, you know, bringing him over to the reality TV world was fun. It was a good time. Magrana, thank you for the prime, so appreciate it. Welcome back for month number 47. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. My entire Blue Sky feed is Love Island, and I'm following none of it. I fear it's too late to jump in. That's where you're wrong, Jay. That's where you're wrong. Here's why. I've been roasting Liana because I'm like, you're never going to catch up with Love Island. It's over for you. She caught up. She caught up over the weekend, and she watched the latest episode with me on Sunday. It's doable. Granted, you might have to increase the speeds a little bit, but I think you'll be okay to do that. And it's extremely easy to binge, honestly. It's been with Love Island. He got recruited for the wrong show. Now get him into RGB in the Lesson 2 crew. That is the next level of recruiting people into this universe. I'm slowly injecting his vein for years, and now he's finally giving in to the dark side. He was like, no way, I'm watching it every night. Then when there's no episode on, he is livid. I've seen a lot of people complaining about Wednesday nights and Saturdays. A lot of people on TikTok are like, get rid of After Sun. What are we doing here? Who gives a shit about After Sun? So, yeah. Oh, you're partying right now? Enjoy, Sally. Enjoy. When we are, if you're in Central Time, we are a minute away from the perfect time to indulge. If you're Eastern, it's been an hour since, but also smokers will take any reason. Do it. Okay. I need to stop doing this. When I do this, the whole setup shakes and it's not good. All right. Sorry. So I did that for example, but okay. All right. I had to put Love Island on my mute list. It's too much. That's fair. I mean, it's literally all anyone's talking about right now is Love Island for the most part. Not too late. I've been watching the last couple days. See, Buckner knows, Jay. Buckner knows. It's not just the Liana thing. Although there are a lot of things Liana can do that I'm like, yeah, I could never do that. My first thought with Big Brother was I hope they replace the couch. You mean the sectional upstairs? Which couch you talking about? I love After Sun purely for Sally. I'm a Sally stan. I would let her, after they ruined me, she could run me over with a car and I'd thank her. Sally's great. I don't doubt that. I feel like that is the one episode I do tell people if they're like overwhelmed or trying to catch up with Love Island, I'm like, that's the one you can skip because it's not pivotal to the story. But if you have time, why not? Get a little more going. All right. Okay. I think I'm caught up with you now, chat. All right, chat. So here's what we're doing today. First of all, it's Tuesday, and we're bringing back the tier list. We've not done this in a long time. A tier list on a Tuesday used to be a regular thing. Now it's a once in a blue moon. It's like you got a curly fry and a bag of regular fries. It's unexpected, but you're so happy it happened. So that's where we are now. We're doing a tier list today. Now, this tier list is also a Big Brother themed tier list, which honestly, we're about a week away from it being heavily relevant because Big Brother season is slowly and quickly approaching. We are what? Less than, 3 weeks away just about 3 weeks or so? July 10th? We're on 17th right now, 2 weeks plus 10 days. So yeah, little over 3 weeks. How about that? So, thank you, not bees. Just a single viewer's opinion here. I know you like to stand, but with you sway back and forth, it makes me kind of dizzy. I really apologize, Laura. The problem is I did buy a standing desk and I'm trying very hard to use it. And like not be seated for 8 hours a day. I'm trying not to do too much swaying around, but it's hard. I'm also not a standing still person. It's a bit of a struggle, but I do appreciate the feedback, obviously, and I'll try to do better. Thank you, Laura. We'll have a new before we know it exactly. Probably 2 weeks until the cast gets sequestered and we start getting news about the season. 2 weeks before the madness begins is where we're at. Yes. Get yourself a walking pad and give Taryn a run for his money. Never. You will never see me walking or running on stream. That's not going to happen. This is not that kind of vibe. Want to get the mini terminal like Taryn? Because I'm not Terran, chat. Because I'm not Terran. I think it's bad content for me if I was doing this the whole time. I don't think that's good. I think this is more distracting to you and me if I'm doing this the whole time. Because especially, I'm not a standstill person and I'm animated. I like to do a lot of this. It's a lot harder to do this and walk. Some people are a lot more like steady like Terran. I'm not like steady like Terran, you know? All right. Also, I didn't like that. And just doing it in place, I didn't like it at all. I'm not trying to get my steps in on stream. My steps can happen off stream, which I've already gotten for 4,000 so far. I'm zapped up being around other Big Brother fans. The first month is my favorite, and agreed. It looks like you were dancing when you did what you just. I walk majestically and with a swagger that not many people can emulate. So it's not far off from dancing. Okay, but Tier List Tuesday, Big Brother merge fusion today. So thank you, Thundercats. So today's tier list is Big Brother costumes. It's the Big Brother costumes tier list. Now, I have a folder here of costumes that I've saved. It's a total of 14. I feel like there's going to be people who are going to come in and be like, this is missing, this is missing, this is missing. So I want to give you the opportunity for the next 10 minutes. If there is a costume you like or think should be in consideration, feel free to put it in the chat right now. I will add it to my list. After that, I'm making the tier list and I'm not adding anymore. Just saying. Think your tier list Rob's RSGP Cheers outfits. Do we have enough for a tier list? Maybe in the future. Send me links. Don't write it out, chat, because I'll be going out of my way to try and find them. It's a lot faster if you send me the links and I'll just add them instead of me being silent looking for items. And I kind of don't want to tell you which ones I already have because half of it, the fun is the reveal. So just put the links in the chat and I can go ahead and pick them from those. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down now, I think. Hey, if you don't want to Google something, that's fine. Just know it's probably not going to make the list if you don't put it up in the chat. Or it's already there. You got to gamble. Maybe you're like backing that fact that I've already pulled it up. I already got that on a list. None of Nicole's, and we good? All right. Well, we'll see. All right, perfect. Thundercast, thank you for the image. Got it already? Okay. Also worth noting while we're doing picture roundup here, I have been watching. First of all, don't spoil me because I'm not nearly done. I've been watching The Devil's Plan Season 2. I had not watched it yet. I finally got around to it, and it is extremely entertaining, very good. So I do recommend, definitely check it out if you haven't. It is worth your time. Well worth your time. So yeah. And then today, to give you a little bit of insight where we're at, I have been busy as fuck. Because I did a podcast earlier today with the lovely peeps that are Mike Bloom and Bryce. We talked a little bit traders today. Later tonight, so after this, I'm going immediately into the PAL with Liana, doing the Pooya and Liana Lounge. Right after that, I'm hopping on with the lovely Annabelle to talk more traders. We're coming up tonight. We're going to get together our list and rankings of trader seasons for people to check out. So that's going to be a fun undertaking. It's a busy day. It's a busy day. So I appreciate y'all being here with me in the midpoint of the day. All right. The good news is some of your links I'm getting, I think I'm good. I think I'm good on the picks I've made. Obviously, if we did every costume ever, we would be here all night because I think there's like at least 70, if not more. But, you know. Oh my God, Jay. What is this atrocious link? Looks like a phishing attempt. The worst part, it didn't even hyperlink it for some reason. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much. Oh my God. I'd rather you messed up the link. Dear Lord. A warning next time, please. All right. Sally, I don't know if I can. I don't think putting a TikTok video is possible into a tier list. Got that one as well. We're good there. Is this the TikTok with the? Oh yeah. I already have. I have that one as well. The messed up link was the warning, I suppose. Potentially, yeah. I'm bad at this. You're good. You're good. Oh my God, what is this music? All right, I guess I can go ahead and start getting the tier list set up. So I think the way I want to go about this is I'm not going to run polls for every single I don't want to do polls for every single. Why am I blanking? I don't want to run polls for every single item. We'll talk about it. I want to see what y'all say in the chat, and then I want you to put your rating in the chat, whether it's S, A, B tier, whatever. Put those in the chat and we can go from there. Okay. I think that's the best way to go about it and make it a smooth situation. Your Buddhism on the people's thoughts. Is that what I said? I do not. Oh my God. This is. Does that. I don't know, Magic Gamer. I don't think that counts if the costume was made by not Big Brother. If you made the costume yourself, I don't know if that counts. It's the OG costume. How many were evicted in costume? I don't know that kind of trivia. I'm not the best for that trivia. We did get the rocket. Yes, I suppose I can start telling y'all now if in case you're about to resend one. But yeah, again, we went up from the 14 I had to 16. So a lot of the ones you sent already had. I already had ready to go. But yeah. All right. I think we're ready to go. I don't think we're going to end up exceeding the number we have right now, chat. And like, again, to be clear, this is not a comprehensive list. It is not a complete list. It is a small list. But maybe in Big Brother season, we can sit down and do a couple of these proper with the outfits, with guests. Maybe that could be the shout to get it done. So yeah, let's go ahead and let me boot it up. And then let me share it. That's not what I was doing. What is happening right now? Okay, I figured out what I did wrong here. So I got to do this instead. And I can just go ahead and do, we don't need that. Instead, we need this. Okay. I'd like to say I've had my baby since last August. I've been more of a VOD viewer, but catching you live for a bit, and the vibes are all here. Enjoy. Hey, I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much. And I hope everything's good with you and yours. Listen, I'm happy you're enjoying the VODs. That's awesome. That's awesome that it translates over. Does Audrey's blanket count? No. Costumes. We're talking costumes. I haven't finalized the tier list yet. If you want to let me call last call for links, otherwise hold your peace. Otherwise, I don't want to hear being told this ain't it or da. None of that. I don't want to hear it. Then we're done. You locked in. You made your decisions. Just remembered Surya and Mama Fief in that canoe. Oh my god, that canoe was a lot. All right. Ugh, I need to trim this beard. It's gotten out of control. I trust your judgment because all I can think of besides the canoe is Casey's banana. All right, locking it in. Let's do this. Have you talked about Love Island? I have, May, but I've not watched the entirety of last night's episode yet. So I'm still a little bit behind, but I'm almost caught up. I'll be ready after tonight, but I've got a busy night ahead of me, so the plan is to finish this and then have 2 podcasts, and then after that, once I have my own free time, then I'm gonna ball out and finish last night's Traders, Love Island, and tonight's Love Island. Backstreet Boys does count as a costume, yes. Yes. And I've already got it, so no worries. Okay, it keeps giving me errors because it's messing with me, but I think we're about done here. It's making it. All right. The canoe that caused Izzy to get voted out. F tier just for that alone. It's a difficult watch, Love Island. Interesting, May. I haven't found it to be difficult. I guess it depends on how your reaction is to some of the things going down. Or maybe something happened last night that I don't know about. Are you kidding me? It didn't add the pictures. It didn't add the pictures I was doing. Oh, that's so annoying. Hold on. I gotta convert all my images because for some reason they were not working. But I'm doing it now. Just give me 2 seconds. Sorry, chat. This is the problem. This is why I try and do with tier lists. I would always try and get them done before I get on, just so that we can just slide into that. But I knew people would say 14 ain't enough, so I was like, let me see what chat is saying. But anyway, we'll be good in a second here. Fucking hell. Okay. Now I gotta like convert these ones elsewhere. 2 seconds, chat. I really do apologize. We're usually more professional than this over here in Pooya Nation. Which is this one? Okay, so that one and these two. Okay. This one, and this one. All right. Last night was damn. Okay, I'll be checking it out. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Not about pronounce my name, Canoe Biscuits, and the streamer that heard it in chat called me Canoe now. That's ridiculous. Hey, T Lady, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Are we basing this just on personal taste or historic significance? Because while I hated the Clownatard, it was important moment in BB. If something like that is on the list, I think ultimately you got to go by your rubric. That's what matters. Your rubric is what matters. What you think matters more. So for you, if it's like aesthetic you're into, or if you're like, I'm judging these based on how I would look in it or if I would want to wear it, that's allowed. But if you're also going to go like historian route, that's also allowed. All those things are allowed. Rascal, welcome in. Thanks for the follow on the first time. Charles Gopina has a strong beard, mate. Nice. Thank you so much. It's a little out of control, but I do appreciate it. I'm looking to trim it out either tonight, tomorrow. So really caused him a Monty making like he was a good trainer as he was causing some house kids to be in pain. Oh my god. All right. Downloading these 3 images. Boom, boom, and boom. All right, that should be all of them now, if I'm not mistaken. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Let's run this back, chat. We should be good to go now. Okay. So this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We did it, chat. Now we can do a tier list. Finally. It took us 35 minutes to set it up, but it's fine. What if the costume was made but the punishment was fun? Should I just ignore the punishment and only look at the costume? Whatever you like. It's up to you completely. It is up to you completely. I'm of the idea that you're allowed to have whatever rubric you want for tier listing. I know some people are a little bit more like, we should all get on the same page. For this, I don't think we need to get on the same page. I think you can go off vibes even. Like, whatever you want. Have you talked to your parents? Against themes seems to be escalating. I've been assured they're fine, mate, but that's all I know at the moment. Let's see. I also like Ian's dog costume complete with the leash. Too late. It's not on the list at this point. I'll say that much. All right. Are we voting on this, or are you tier listing them on how you think? It's a shared experience. I'm going to take my thoughts into consideration and then see what y'all are saying as well. I'm going to factor it all in before I give my, or put the final things together. All right. And on that note, if we go over here. There we go. There's the tier list. First things first, I'm going to move this down and move this up so you get to see the full tier list here. Oh, that is the full tier list? What the fuck? Oh, I need to move this up. Never mind. That was my bad. That was my bad. Okay. So we got this here. I kind of want y'all to not see all the other items as we go along. So maybe I hit you with this. All right. Now, the reality is you are going to see some. You are going to see them as they come along. And there's nothing we can do to escape that. That's going to happen. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to write Binum here. If you're new to the stream, you will now learn that Binum is the main thing we call the bin, the last tier. So there we go. So we got that. All right. So without any further ado, let's get into it. And do I have these pictures? Okay, hold on. What if I drop it here? I have an idea. Chat. There we go. That's the first item. It's Tommy's penis outfit, aka I'm moving at the speed of smell, speed of sound. Nonsense. I would hate this outfit. This is easily, if I had to pick an outfit to wear, I don't want to wear this outfit. Easily. So this is a big no-no for me. Like, this is for, it doesn't matter what Tommy does. I'm always going to remember this for Tommy, which is not a good legacy to leave behind, you know? So yeah, let's see. Not a fun, but it's pretty great punishment. Oh my god, I forgot this one ever happened. It's funnier to watch than to wear. The helmet made his neck hurt. Yeah, I am not surprised. I am not surprised at all. I forgot about this one. Yeah. So this is the first one. I remember this costume easier than I remember his name. Don't see. He was in good spirits about it though. Yeah, I'll call for ratings in just a second. Just put the letter you want in the chat. But for me, we're starting with a pretty bad outfit here. Like already I'm like, I don't know about this one, you know? I don't know how I'm feeling about this one. Is it a straight Binum? It might be for me, but I'm not 100% sure. Very amusing to witness, devastating to one's image. Right. I can see Tommy making this pick pay off outside the house though. It is hilarious though. All right. Well then, you tell me. Tommy's costume, where would you put it in this tier list? Where does it go in this tier list right here? What you got? All right, we got one C tier, a couple of bins. C, not memorable. Bin, B, A. Wow, we got an A and a B. All right, but C's and bins are mostly where this has been riding. I almost feel like I'm going to side with the C folks here myself and go with the C tier because I don't rate this highly at all. So C makes sense for the average based on a couple B's, a couple of bins, and a lot of C's. And my own ranking of C also pushes it here. I'm fine with this. I think we can live with the C tier for now. It could change. It could change for all we know. Let me proceed and pull up the next picture for you. And that is, Doom Tribe didn't want this to happen. We gonna talk about it. Tell me about this outfit, chat. I don't remember this. This was from BB-18, if I remember correctly. What was this one called? In the sea of outfits that Nicole has had to wear in her career. Was this an extreme attard? No, Extreme Retard was Whistle Nut, which, by the way, that's not on this list. Safety to thank you, Mike. Thank you. That's not even our best costume. I agree. I think we were German before this one, which, by the way, that one not on the list. Not on the list today. So, didn't you get this because of the care package? You'll have to remind me, chat. I am very forgetful with trivia like this. So yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. Of the German one and the cereal one for her. This is a very forgetful costume to me. Of all of the costumes that Nicole has had, this is probably the one I would have, if I was playing Family Feud, this is the one I get 3 X's on and the other team wins it. I think off of that alone, for me, this is more Binum than the dick costume, the rocket costume, because at least the rocket costume is memorable. Like, you're like, oh yeah, that costume. This is the forgetful one of like 5 costumes Nicole has had on the show. So for me, it's been, but I'm willing to hear y'all out. What do you think? Already I'm seeing 2 C's, 3 bins, 4 bins, a B, a bin. Okay. So it looks like we're maybe on the same page here, but I'll wait and see how many people are going to end up with some comments here. All right, Binum Squad, I think we got this one. I think that was an easy one to do. And here's the thing. We can stay over here with Nicole for a second, because the next costume was just talked about. It's the cereal one. This is a very memorable costume because this is the most I felt bad for a player in the game in a costume. This is an awful costume they got Nicole in. This is an awful costume they've had Nicole in, and it's also a very memorable costume. Were all her costumes? She had the, what was it called? Like a Lederhosen German type costume. That was one. That's the one I remember. You don't even remember this one? Are you serious? As she would say. I remember this because it looked like a nightmare to sit in. You're just boxed in. Okay, I might have to pull out the poll for this one because y'all are all over the map on this one. So give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get the poll up. What do you rate this? S, A, B, C, and Binum. All right, so you have 2 minutes to poll on this while I talk. Oh, the frog one is another one. You're right, Thundercats. You're right. All right. All right. So you can go ahead and drop your thoughts on this while I go ahead and talk about this. For me, this outfit's memorable, so that's a plus. Con is I would hate to wear this. Absolutely brutal. The idea that you'd have to wear this all week long, fuck that. I hate that. I mean, you signed up for the show, so you got to do it, but I would hate it. So that's where I would lay with it. I don't think there's a Binum. I think there are worse costumes out there. I think the biggest offense is you have a costume and no one remembers it. I think that's worse than anything ever. Could it be C tier? I could see an argument for C tier, but I think this is better than the rocket costume. So I would probably land on B. That's kind of where I would be. Cody wore the frog costume to Disney. Oh, dear Lord. But a righteous punishment costume. I'm speech to text is not working well. Listen, I understand. No worries, Pixie. I don't remember the context to which I said bin it. I don't know. You just didn't like this costume a lot? You're not a cereal person, perhaps? I don't know. All right, but I will say I'm willing to wrap up the voting here because looks like majority of you are landing on B tier, which is kind of where I was going anyway. So let's go with B tier. Now this next one is also from that season, and it's Janelle in the star costume. I have a feeling, actually, I have no idea where y'all are going to go with this. But memorable costume, okay, for one. Bit of a basic costume, though. She was a star. It's a basic costume, but I think a very memorable one, and I think probably the best costume of BB22, unless I'm misremembering. So to have the best costume on a All-Star season, can we get chat on screen by any chance? Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Chat can be here. Yeah, that's fine. But I want to make them small. I'm on instant gonna make it a little smaller here. There we go. Okay. But yeah, with the Louboutins too, you're right. You're absolutely right. Was there little star babies too? Yes. Yes, there were star babies. It's about who was wearing it for the most part. See. Oh, you mean yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes the costume does make the person. Sometimes the person makes the costume. It's all about the attitude you give it. But was more get a hype? Hell yeah, hack. Okay, it's an A for me. We got a lot of S tiers and a lot of A's. So we're definitely going upper echelon here. It's just a matter of where does it land, S tier or A tier. I'm willing to give it the S tier treatment at the moment. And then if we end up seeing other costumes and we want to talk about it, we can. But I'm fine to go S tier on this one. And here's why I wanted to say we might have to talk about it. Because I think number one for me and my number one S tier of this tier list is the original. The reason the unitard became an iconic part of the show. So much that they tried to recreate it for like 3 years. It still had memorable moments, but it was never, it peaked and began with her, you know? It's the original unitard, and it's S tier. She turned like 5 different looks from this unitard. And she she loved it. She did everything for it. So for me, this is number one easily. Like if this is also S tier, and the Janelle one's S tier, I think this is higher than the Janelle one for me. Now, Pixie6, why would you say bin? Mary's rating for the OG? Exactly. That's what you thought when you announced this S tier. That's what I'm saying. S for our lore. I mean, again, without her reacting and taking an interest in doing that, do we get all the other iterations of the unitard we've gotten? I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. I need more A, but I'm good with S. There we go, Coffee and TJ. Yeah, I think both sides of the Janelle and the unitard are the same, where everyone's like, these are like our top 2 probably. And that's without seeing what else is on this tier list. Which some of them are going to be WTFs probably, some of them are going to be like more debated, so we'll see. So I think with this being an easier one, and we've already talked about it, I'm fine to just add it and move on. An iconic S tier right now. It was just too basic. She could have brought that in with her for all we know. Pixie, but that's always how things are in the beginning of a show. The things she did with that unitard were amazing. Like the big, chunky, blocky costumes didn't come till later. I think it's the same line of thought for me. Who's wearing it and what they did with it is iconic. You can both S tier. There we go. All right, what's next on here? Okay. Thundercats did say this is an iconic one earlier, and I'm curious to see what y'all think about Thundercats' next choice. What do we think about the Patriotard from... What the fuck was this man's name? Oh god. He's the guy who like mumbled Harry Potter stuff in his sleep. What was his name? He's not Clay. Clay was the dude from 17, was with Shelly. What's this guy's name? Corey. Christmas Corey. How is the Christmas one not here? How is the Christmas one not here? I know Thundercats. I'm pulling your leg. Thundercats, for the record, did not co-sign this. That was... You got pranked. You got pranked. That's the difference. Depends on if anything iconic with that person happened with them wearing it. Right. Was he wearing this outfit when Nicole and Paul were fighting and then he came out of the diary room and started stripping? Was that this costume? Remind me. Or was that a different costume that he was doing that too? That was this one? That honestly might be the only redeeming quality of this, is that it is in the middle of a very memorable fight. That is the, yeah, see, Doomtrap's on the same page. See, but mostly for the fight while he was ending the punishment. Exactly. Otherwise, this is a meh costume. So, yeah. That's what keeps it funny and keeps it from the bin. We're on the same page, chat, you and I. I think C tier is an apt place for this one. I think it's an apt place for this one. Now, is it above or below the rocket? I think it's below. But what do you think? We can talk about it after, too. Okay, same page. Cool. All right, the next costume is the latest one in this list. I figured I gotta get something from the latest season. We've got this costume. What was it? Was he the AI's assistant or something? The AI butler punishment, where he had to run around and like look through the encyclopedias and spit out answers. I mean, wasn't this like, this was just a swimming out, like a scuba outfit with a blue cap? I think, ironically enough, Pixie earlier was like, well, the unitards seem kind of basic. And I was like, well, they made the bigger costumes after. This felt like they just phoned it in. A lot of bins. But Tucker made it funny. Tucker put a lot of energy into it, which could push it up for me. But I was so over this so quickly. Wasn't there an alternate head cap? I do not remember at all, Rocco. And that was a year ago, which isn't a good sign for me. Or a pajama version. That does sound familiar now that you said that, but I don't know. Did it look cute in it? How many, like, I feel like that's... Chad, do you think we could see him back on the show again? Like this year? Could he be a returnee out the gate? I could see it. I could see them pushing him back out there again. Well, there were those shiny blue booty shorts. That I don't remember at all. The alternate version was much better than this one. If someone wants to link us, I can see it, but I didn't see it. All right. So, a lot of Binums. What else is in our Binum tier? Yeah. I don't love this outfit. I'm not going to lie to you. Don't put that into the universe. I'm just saying, he is the exact type of player that they would go out of their way to have a returnee season for immediately. And by that, I mean having a returnee on immediately. Are returns confirmed? Not at all. No. I've seen people speculate that there's four types of keys in the background that Julie's posing under, and that could be 4 returnees or 4 teams. I'm not the one saying that. That's what it looks like. So I don't know. He's on the Amazing Race. Well, he already went on the Amazing Race, though. He could go on other stuff. I know it's a hot take, but I wasn't a Tucker fan. He was kind of fun to root against, at least. I think Tucker's guaranteed to come back at some point, but not sure about this season. Yeah, we'll see. Not a mixed season. I would hate a mixed season, honestly. I remember Sharon saying it was all new people a while back, which you should listen to what Sharon says, because Sharon is a journalist that actually does her research and actually gets confirmed information, whereas I speculate based on pixels I'll see on a JPEG sometimes. I'm speculative at best. She's accurate at best. All right. I'm fine. For the record, I would prefer no returnee, so we're on the same page here. Okay, I like this song, so give me a second. I'm gonna add it to my playlist. Oh, cool. All right, this gets in the bin, chat. Let's move on. The next one has a bunch of people on it. Speaking of repeat of teams from 19 from Canada Biscuits, no, that was BB18 was the teams, but these costumes are from BB19. Or basically the Bowl Arena is what it is. The Bowl Arena, chat. What do we think of the Bowl Arena outfits here? Not the yikes. We need Rob to go full steering, go around to BBS after the traders. Never. Doomtrap. I will never. And we love Big Brother here, right? We all do. I am team. I am never gonna let any of my friends get on there. If I have anything to say about it. If it's their dream and they want to do it, by all means. But I can't in good conscience recommend or root for anyone I know to go on that show. It just feels like such a headache for everybody involved. Entertaining, but a headache, you know? All right, we're getting a lot of mixed reviews here. I'm seeing C's, B's, F's. Okay, let's try this again. This time I'm going to run a poll for 1 minute, chat. So if you, when I call it out, you have 1 minute to get involved, okay? So these costumes come with the Bowl Arena Veto comp where, or do they do an HOH variation of this? They may have it, I'm misremembering, but the premise is simple. It's a head-to-head competition where you got to spin around like a holding onto a thing, spinning around, getting a little dizzy, and then bowling. Hence ballerina and bowl arena meshing in, hence the tutus. That's where we are. So what do you rank this? Saying that with Matt on the screen. Wait, saying what with Matt on the screen? All right, poll is up. A replica Matt without cereal. This is true. The man did nothing but eat cereal. I remember he's one of the ones that before the season began, everyone's like, "Oh my god, look at this handsome man," and he seems like he'd be a gamer, and he was not that. Oh, I forgot about that Doomtrap completely. Completely. A more recent story to that is kind of when Kyle Moore went on BB Can. BB17's one better. To me, they're all kind of the same. It almost feels like we're rating the Bowl Arena outfits. But these outfits were not great, and you have said bin them, so I'm willing to honor that and put them in the bin. Actually, I'm gonna put them. I would lower C tier this personally. That was a huge part of the early part of that season, right? All right. The next costume, chat, and we are down what 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over half gone already. All right, the next one is a punishment costume. It's not the canoe with Suri and Felicia. It is instead the Adam and Eve punishment costume for Beast Mode Cowboy and Victoria. That, like, we're really playing the word fast and loose here with the word costume. This was barely anything. This was barely anything. But it fit the punishment perfectly. Perfectly. I love a good handcuff punishment on the show. So I hold this in higher regard. I would have hated wearing this for sure, but it is an iconic look. And if you fit the part, it can work. So far I'm only seeing S's and A's. Right now the A's are in the lead. A B making A more closer. Another A. Okay. Same page. Same page. Are we locking in A, chat? We're locking in A on this one? I would have hated being stuck to him. I hate to compliment Beast Mode. I hear that, Cannon Biscuits. I hear that. All right. A tier it is. This costume almost changed my opinion of Beast Mode. This costume is like, okay, we're seeing it, and then it's like, but tell me everything else, and then you hear everything else. Like, yeah, nah, it's hard. It's not enough to hold weight. Also, our first costume in the A tier. So there you go. First costume in the A tier. Next costume is one a lot of you have been talking about. The banana suit. Casey in the banana outfit. Of course, he goes home in this banana outfit. But I remember this outfit very vividly. A very basic outfit, mind you. You see this outfit in every costume store every Halloween. But an incredibly memorable outfit, and you got evicted in the outfit as kind of a bonus. And then wasn't he what was Otev that year? Which year was it where he became the Otev voice? Or am I making that up? No, he was the Otev at some point. And what was the Otev that year? I gotta look this up. I'm sorry. Where's my browser? Okay, he was the gopher voice. Okay. S tier because of his song. All right, let's see. A's, B, B, A, S tier, A, S tier, S tier, A. Okay, very close. A for me, not an S for me because basic, but A for memorableness. I think everything else it has going for it, with the exception of the basicness of the outfit. But then but the thing is, I'd be a hypocrite because then you could argue that this is also basic. So but she's the OG, but that's true, but also he's still an OG as well, ish. But yeah, nah. The fact that he was also OTEV, that's the I'm gonna S tier it. I'm gonna S tier it. Lower than the OG, but S tier nonetheless. Okay. We then have another one that's more of a modern one. We have the Lord of the Latrine himself, Derek X, the King of the Bathroom. The King of the Bathroom. This costume would be an S tier for me, if not for the fact that he had to announce every time someone had to go take a shit. I hated that part of it. But it would be an S tier for me otherwise, in every other way. It was a punishment, though. You are Coffee and D. To your point, it was a punishment. Like you shouldn't want to do a punishment. It should be tough, and it was. And the costume itself, though, was pretty pimpin'. I really liked the outfit otherwise. Like, the rest of it was good. Like, it was a fashionable... Like, if you had to be the bathroom monitor, couldn't do it in a more fashionable sense. All right. I'm going to make a minute poll, and we're going to run 2 options only. And that's because I've seen only 2 options. Okay. S or A here. Let's go. Good luck, chat. The poll is up. I think he still wears this to this day. All right. Break the tie amongst yourselves. Is this upper echelon S or upper echelon A? I don't know how I counted 10. We had gone through 10 costumes where we haven't hit 10 yet. So. I have a visitor. Oh, there she is. You saw a little bit of her. And she's gone. Okay, good enough for me. Okay. S tier it is, chat. You have decided, you have decreed it. We can move on. We can move on. S tier it is. The Lord of the Latrine is there. Then the next one we've got is Enzo in the penguin outfit. I really like this costume. Again, a bit of a basic one, but I feel like Enzo in a costume always delivered the energy I'm looking for. I wouldn't put it S tier. I don't think it's part of the most iconic costumes of all time, but I think it's a solid A tier for me. A solid A tier for me. Which, looking at your comments, I'm seeing nothing but straight A's above me. Oh, Thundercats breaks it with a B. Sally Hass says B as well. Penguins are my favorite animal, and I forget about this one. See, that's an indictment on how not memorable it is. Okay, are we tying this? Are we going A's and now 5 straight B's in a row? Okay, well, you know what this means, chat. Break the tie amongst yourselves. I'm going to stop even writing a header. We're just going to say A or B. I'm going to put question mark, A or B. And then we go from there. All right, it's ready. Or just so long ago? I mean, it is so long ago, but... You know, I feel like this is literally the endorsement of it's not the costume, it's the person. Because I think Enzo makes this costume be bigger or better than it is. The costume itself on the other person is just another costume. You're never thinking about it again. So. The meow meow, that's right. Now, if it was a cat costume, we'd be talking. B Brigade, nice. This is the closest vote we've had so far. A lot more passion coming through for the Enzo penguin costume. Or not passion, competitiveness, rather. All right. It's still entirely close. 27 of you, 28 of you have now voted. Oh my God. By a vote of 1, it is A tier, chat. You have decreed it. The 1 vote did it. Welcome in to the A tier, Enzo in the penguin costume. Next up, we have another unitard, and it is the humilitard, worn by Jordan. A dunce cap, an I'm with stupid on the front, and a tutu in addition to it. Extremely forgettable costume. Now, I'm looking at it on my screen. Would I want to wear this costume? No, I would not want to wear this costume. Is it humiliating as the name suggests? Yes, it is humiliating as the name suggests. So I think that needs to be factored in. As a dunce cap, as a tutu, it is incredibly humilitard. So let me see. I got A, F, Binum, lame, A, B, S, B, 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 B bordering on C. I can't tell where this is going. So let me go ahead and drop a minute poll on you real quick. S. Okay, hold on. Bin. Okay. Minute is up, or minute is running, chat. I know I'm making you're essentially double voting, but if the chat looks a little more divided, that's when I have to run the poll, sadly. So running the poll now for you to let me know where this goes. This is one of the ones that when I first looked at this list, I would have said probably not going to make it beyond like a Binum. But the more we talked about it and looked at the other ones, and we talked about historical, we talked about lore, we talked about outfit likability, wearability, whether it is truly a punishment, and I think I'm more in line with you in that I'm looking at more of a B tier for this. I'm crazy. Did Frank not wear the banana costume also? He wore a purple one. He wore a cheer one, I think. That's what you're thinking of, Pixie. I changed my vote in the poll. All right, Buckner sounds good. All right. Looks like B tier is about to have it locked and did. So we'll go ahead and put Jordan in the B tier next to Nicole. Both kind of for the same reason in the B tier here. The next one, I didn't even remember this, chat. And it was worn by a winner. Where is it? Did I lose this? Oh, there it is. Okay. I forgot about this. What was this called? The fitness peanut? Like, I have no idea what this was. You're thinking of the carrot costume? Gotcha. Carrot costume's not on this list either. This for me is an F tier. It's extremely unmemorable. The fact that the winner of this season, and Big Brother 20 is regarded by a lot of people as one of the better modern seasons, right? I did not remember this at all. When did this happen? I remember the one where like it was like a spinner and Casey had to stay in a room when the spinner was going in like the first week or whatever. This I do not remember at all. This is not in my memory at all. Like, I don't remember these big ass dumbbells. I don't remember the peanut. I don't remember any of this. Oh, it was a health nut, isn't it? Is that what it was? This was the Mr. Particular. See, maybe again, this is a flaw in me, chat. I don't even remember Mr. Particular being a part of BB20 in any capacity. Anything memorable about Casey though? Let's go. Let's go is still Casey's verbiage. Rockstar had a costume punishment that week too. What was the costume that week for her? Maybe I'll remember that. All right, I think I'm going bin on this one. I think we're all on the same page. We're not all, but most of us on the same page. So you go here. The next one on the list is from that season also. And listen, some of you might say this ain't a costume. I would argue it is. She had to dress up as a robot. Literally. Literally. So this is the most brutal punishment in the first week of Big Brother history. Like, I understand day one exit is pretty bad, right? But that's not a punishment. That is a very awful twist. This is a punishment. You literally cannot mingle with your house guests the first week of the show is nuts. This is nuts behavior. And like, I'm very surprised and impressed by how they made this work to a certain degree. Like the idea that we literally watched people stand in corners and whisper to a goddamn fucking glorified standing iron with a camera on it. Like, not an iron, you know, one of those steamers that have the wheel on the bottom and then have like the body and then a place to put a hanger. We had one as a kid, but I never thought this would work. So listen, I understand you don't consider this a costume. I understand that, but I do. Just because of the fact that this was one of the punishments. The other one was Casey's, and they were both meant to be like costume-ish. All right, I'm seeing mostly S. Let me just see. Okay. S. A. S. 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 A. S. S. A. S. S. Probably go A, but it's close to S. So S tier. There we go. Okay. So S it is. S it is then. All right. We are at the end of the tier list, chat. We got one more item to talk about. A lot of you are going to know this one. It is easily one of the more memorable group punishments we've had. The Whack Street Boys. What do you think about this one? We're getting you to spell ass repeatedly. Wow, can of biscuits. Wow. I did this well for the robot last season, AMD. S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier, S for sure. This was fun on feeds. It was. And again, one of the more extremely memorable ones. And mind you, the costumes, there's not a lot to it, right? It's a plain white cap, a plain white fedora, and then just white outfits. Like Johnny Mac is wearing an undershirt. That's all he's wearing. But look, it's memorable. Which twin was this? I want to say it's a 50-50. I want to say this is Liz. Oh my God, it's Julia, isn't it? No, we'll lock in Liz. I'm locking in Liz. Fuck it. Never doubt me. See, Mike knows. Never doubt me. Yeah. It looked like Liz. That's what I thought as well. All right. Well, this looks to be an S tier from you, chat. Uncontested. So here's the thing. Are we happy with this tier list? Is there any renegotiations you want to make? JK. Because I think we did a good job. Obviously, this is not enough. Like, this is 16 costumes. There are some seasons that have 16 costumes in themselves. I think there's more unitards than 16 on its own. Just the unitard punishment. So. But this was a little snippet. Did Dan have to ever wear a costume? Well, he did have to do when he was like dressed like a superhero, that when they did that weird like skit comic thing. Remember that? Banana to A, or is it S because of lore? Banana is S because of both outfit memorability, lore, and the fact that he came back as Otev that same season. For me, it's there. I don't love Enzo in that Halo, but I will respect it. I think Enzo himself did the heavy lifting for that costume. Similarly to how on the opposite end of the spectrum, the costume did the heavy lifting for Beast Mode Cowboy being an A tier. You know what I mean? If anything, I would maybe consider putting this in the Binham tier. But I'm not going to lie, most of it would have to do with this cast of 4 people that I see in front of me. Oh, I love shoes back to back. You said B, I said bin. We'll leave it where it is then. How about that? We'll leave it where it is. But yeah, chat, that was a little bit of fun exercise for us to go back to our roots a little bit with the tier list. I would like to bring back tier lists in the future. Like, did you like this format? Do you like the just us doing the discussion? Or do you prefer it when it's me and a guest kind of thing? Like, what do you prefer? Or do you like both? You can also say both, just so I have a better idea for the future. This was fun, gives me ample for the season. I like this. Perfect, perfect. I think we should do at least 1, if not 2 more before the season starts. I think that's a fun way to do things in a post Promise Month world. I just I do like guests sometimes. Okay. Depends on the guest. Ooh, Doom Trap. Tell me more. I don't mind both, but I never complain about your undivided attention. Thank you, respawning. They seem most expedient. Yeah, I mean, this went quickly. It took less than 45 minutes to go through 16 items. If I had a guest, we would do the 16 items in like an hour and a half. So it depends on the item. Depends on the item, I think. But yeah, we're getting close. But I do thank y'all for hanging out today, chat. As I mentioned earlier, I will be now going to get everything set up for the PAL. Myself and Leon will be talking for the lounge, so make sure you check out the lounge. And then after that tonight, I'm doing another podcast with Annabelle talking traders. So make sure you check that out when that drops. And then I got 2 more podcasts coming tomorrow and the day after. But tomorrow, thank you, Sally. Appreciate that. Ian's dog costume deserve an honorable mention. Agreed. Hard agree. Hey, thank you, Doom Tribe. I'm glad you had fun. So tomorrow I'll be back playing Vaudeville. The aim is to try and finish the game. So that's a big undertaking. But also, I do not have a podcast late. So part of me thinks tomorrow I want to start a little bit earlier so that we give it as much time as we can. Like if we go 3 hours, I would rather the 3 hours be 5 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern and not 8 p.m. Eastern and 11 p.m. Eastern. So that's where I'm at. So tomorrow at about 5 p.m. Eastern, we'll kick things off and go with Vaudeville at 5 p.m. Okay? Perfect. All right, chat. I'm going to hippity head out of here. I hope you had fun. Is Vaudeville fixed? We'll find out tomorrow. We've waited long enough by giving them opportunities. So, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm going to send you over to someone I have recently discovered. A friend of mine that I found on stream. Fun fact, we're going to go visit Chappelle's stream. Is he live, actually? Is Chappelle live at the moment? Oh, he's doing recap Flavor of Love. Gotcha. This friend of mine that I'm about to raid chat, fun fact, her stream anniversary is a day before us. So we have back-to-back celebrations happening usually. Found this out recently. But go ahead, say hello to Flex. Looks like she's playing some Fortnite. Just go through, show some love if you're about to head out. That's cool too. Just throw some less than twos. Get the good vibes going. Gift the good vibes. And I'll see y'all back here tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central, and 2 p.m. Pacific, to be specific. Y'all take care.